Ukrainian Patriot cruise downing ballistic missiles with single interceptor. Ukrainian operators of the MIM-104 Patriot air defense system are intercepting ballistic missile targets using a single interceptor missile rather than the 2 to 4 missiles that standard engagement doctrine typically calls for, according to a statement from Ukraine's Air Force reported by Militarny. The disclosure came from a unit commander whose formation operates Patriot systems, speaking in a video released by the Air Command West of the Ukrainian Air Force. The claim, if borne out at scale, would represent a significant advancement in operational proficiency, one that directly stretches Ukraine's finite stockpile of Patriot interceptors against a relentless Russian missile campaign. The unit commander's statement was direct. "We try to use as few missiles as possible. Even if the rules of engagement call for the use of 2 to 4 missiles against certain difficult targets, we destroy them with one," he said. That framing contrasting Ukrainian practice against established NATO engagement protocols underscores the degree to which Ukraine's Patriot crews have refined their targeting and engagement timing under sustained combat conditions that no NATO ally or Asian or Middle Eastern Patriot operator has experienced at comparable intensity or frequency. The footage accompanying the Air Command West showed a Patriot launch unit configured with 2 PAC-2 missiles and 4 PAC-3 missiles, adapted for the interception of ballistic and aeroballistic missiles. That mix no doubt reflects Ukraine's operational reality. Both PAC-2 and PAC-3 variants have been supplied to Ukraine, and crews have developed the proficiency to employ them selectively against specific threat categories rather than defaulting to maximum salvo engagements. The distinction between PAC-2 and PAC-3 interceptors matters for understanding what Ukrainian crews are working with. The PAC-2 is an older interceptor that destroys its target primarily through proximity detonation. The missile's warhead explodes near the incoming threat, and the fragmentation destroys or disrupts it. The PAC-3, by contrast, uses a hit-to-kill approach, physically colliding with the incoming missile rather than relying on proximity effects. Hit-to-kill intercepts are generally more demanding in terms of guidance precision, but are considered more reliable against fast-moving ballistic targets. Ukraine operates both, and the ability to engage ballistic threats with a single round of either type, where doctrine would normally require multiple shots to achieve a high probability of kill points, to exceptional crew-level skill in fire control timing and target tracking. Standard Patriot engagement protocols exist for a reason. Ballistic missiles are fast, their trajectories can be complex, and the consequences of a warhead impacting a city, an energy facility, or a military position are severe. NATO doctrine typically accounts for this by requiring multiple interceptors per engagement to raise the probability of kill to acceptable levels. Ukrainian crews appear to have developed sufficient situational awareness, target track quality, and fire control discipline to collapse that requirement to a single shot without sacrificing intercept reliability. That level of refinement has a direct strategic value beyond kill counts. Ukraine's Patriot interceptor supply is constrained. Western partners, primarily the United States through the Department of War, as well as Germany and the Netherlands, have provided both systems and ammunition, but production rates for PAC-2 and PAC-3 missiles are finite, and replenishment timelines are measured in months rather than weeks. Every interceptor conserved through single-shot engagements is one that remains available for the next salvo, the next night, the next wave of Iskanders or Kinzhals. Reducing per-engagement missile expenditure by a factor of 2 to 4 has a compounding effect on overall magazine depth across a sustained air defense campaign. Russia has continued expanding its ballistic missile production capacity throughout the war. According to Militarny, Moscow has managed to increase output of Iskander ballistic missiles by leveraging intermediaries to procure necessary components abroad, with Chinese imports of critical parts playing a central role in sustaining that production ramp. The result is an adversary with a growing supply of ballistic threats facing an air defense force that must husband every interceptor with care. Ukraine's Patriot crews have now accumulated more sustained combat experience against real ballistic missile threats than virtually any other operator of the system in the world. That experience has translated into a form of institutional knowledge about target behavior, optimal engagement windows, and fire control discipline that exists nowhere else in the Patriot community.